Welcome to Mama Cat's Home. Today I'm going to be sharing with you us doing our soil test kit. I'll tell you a little bit more about the kit in just a moment, but we're going to test our raised beds. Now, we took the plastic off that we had put them to bed for the winter. We took that off yesterday because we knew it was going to rain and we knew they needed some moisture. So we went ahead, took that off, and now today we're going to clean up a little bit because we see there's a little bit of things growing in there, but that's not much, just a couple little spots. And we're going to test the soil, and we're not going to test every single one because all of these right here, these 5 have the same, well actually 6 because there's a little bitty one over there. All of them have the same exact soil in them, the same exact ratio. We may test 2 of them, but I'm probably just going to test 1 because I don't know, I just may only test 1. But well, test 1 to show you how we do it, but I may test the others without showing you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and go set up my testing kit and show you the things that are inside of it. Okay, this is what comes with your kit. You have your little test tubes, a little syringe type situation. You have your pH test, your nitrogen test, phosphorus test, and the potash test. This is supposed to be orange, but it looks kind of red, but it kind of looks orange. Anyway, or I guess that's how you say it. I say potash. And then it comes with this thing right here. Now, different test kits come different ways. You can get a test kit that is much simpler, that doesn't test as much. You can also get electric or whatever their battery operated test kits. But this is the kind we chose to get, and it shows you the different soil types and different things like that. And this is the bag that all of these came in. And then it has, let me get this open up. It tells you, sorry about Chad, he is a very loud rooster and he's decided to scream because we're out here. This sheet tells you different kinds of fruits, vegetables, flowers, trees, all those different things, the pH that they need. Some people only test their pH, but we're going to test the other things as well. One reason why we're testing all of them is because we do use our own compost, and we want to make sure that everything is the way we want it. And we do have like bone meal and things like that if we need it. But right now I'm just going to show you how we do this. So I'm going to get some soil out of one of the garden beds, and I'm going to get some clean water, and I'll be right back. Okay, so he's going to dig down about 4 inches because it said your whenever you're doing vegetables to go about 4 inches down. It also said to let your soil naturally dry, but we're not going to worry about that. It's just so you can handle it easier. But he's just going to dig down in there and just get some for me. That's probably plenty. Get some of that for me, and then we're going to go over here to the table. I'm going to need that probably. I probably need a little spoon or something, but whatever. Anyway, we're going to go over here with the dirt to my little table that I have set up. The stuff set up over here. And I'm going to show you how to do the actual testing. Okay, so I'm going to do each one separately. But what you do is you fill to this line, the very first line, with your soil. And this is for the pH. Oh, I really wish he'd shut up. Okay, it's a little bit over, but that's all right. And it says to use distilled water or the cleanest water you can. We're using rainwater because, 1, we have it. 2, it is the most natural water we have. We do have distilled water, but I want to use what I would be using on my garden normally. Okay, so I took the little thing and I put water in there, and you're supposed to fill this up to the 4th line. I may not have enough here. I know I don't have enough. Or I may, I don't know. Nope, almost. Alright, you fill it to the 4th line, and let's see. I actually was supposed to put this in before I did that other, but that's okay. I'll just go ahead and do it now because I gotta shake it up anyways. Well, that just tore off, but it's not. Do you have a knife? I got it now, I think. Alright, you take your little peel and you take it apart. If you can get it apart. And you pour the ingredients from the peel into your little tube. Pour it all in there, which I made a mess with it. And then you shake this up. That looks really gross. And then you let it sit there for about a minute, and then you compare it to this chart here. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing the other 3 while that's just sitting there. But so far, I don't know. So far it looks like it's going to be about a 5.5 on the acid scale. So I'm going to go ahead and put the dirt in these and the little peels and the water and everything. That way I can go ahead and have these going too. Okay, the pH one you can check after about a minute. The other ones you have to wait 10 minutes. So with this one, the pH level, if I look at it compared to this, then it shows probably about a 5.5. Yeah, it's between the 6.0 and the 5.5. So what it says for that, for things like what we're doing, which are things like tomatoes and peppers and stuff, a tomato needs a 5.5 to a 7.5. So the pH is perfect for tomato. And for a pepper, the pH is 5.5 to 7.0, and the pH is perfect for that. So our pH will be perfect for both of those in a cucumber. It doesn't have on here. What? Oh, there it is. 5.5 to a 7.5, so it's perfect for that as well. And we're doing eggplant, and eggplant is not on here. It seriously is not on here, unless it's not a fruit. A greenhouse plant, it's not on here. So eggplants are not on here, so I don't know how to do that one. But for the plants we're doing, the pH is perfect. I'll be back in just a few minutes to tell you how these look to see how they are. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes and these are supposed to be ready for checking. So I'm going to scoot this over so hopefully I don't knock it out of the way or knock it down. And then I'm just going to put the chart up here. Can you see the chart? Okay. And I'm going to put the right one up here. This is the nitrogen. Here, I'll sit it like that. Does that work? Can you see it good?
Cloudy, can't see it.
Well, it said not to do it in direct sunlight. That's something else to test. That do not do this test in the direct sunlight. But it's about medium. Wouldn't you say it's about medium? Yep. Okay, so it tells you on the back side, if you have medium soil, medium nitrogen, how much to add of nitrogen. All right, and then the next one is phosphorus, and to me it looks like it has 0. It's like super low, nothing. I don't see anything. And so that means we're gonna have to add the highest amount of phosphorus for a leafy vegetable, which is what we're planting. I don't know if you guys can see it. I know you probably cannot see this writing, but since it's so low, we're gonna have to do the do a pretty good bit of phosphorus in there. And then for the potash or potash, I don't know how you actually say it, put it there. I don't know, that one's probably about low or medium.
Close to medium.
All right, it's close to medium.
It might be between medium and high.
Really? Okay. All right, it may be between medium high is what he thinks, and I trust him more than I trust myself. So if it's high, you don't do anything. If it's medium, it tells you how much to put in there. So anyway, that is how you're supposed to do this test. All the tests are different. I honestly don't really like this test compared to the one I did last year. This one's much more annoying and just aggravating to me. I don't know why, but it just was. But from all the tests I've done, which, I mean, it works. And it cost, how much did it cost? About $12? About $12 at Home Depot, and you can test 10 times each thing. So you can do your garden test 10 times, and you need to do it periodically. If you do multiple beds like we have, you'll want to do multiple beds. I'm not going to share all of that of us doing all the beds and all that stuff because that will be redundant. But anyway, the next time you see me, it will be whenever we're planting. We're going to figure out exactly how much this says of what to put in our garden to fertilize it. We're going to fertilize it today, and then the next time you see us, we'll be planting it. Because honestly, there's no point in us showing you fertilizing it because you're just throwing it on there and tilling it down. And that stuff is just something you're going to be mixing in your soil, and that's just not anything you would, I don't think it would help you. I don't know if it would or not. But anyway, that is how that we tested our garden this year, our soil. And like I said, we know that we need some phosphorus, and the nitrogen a little bit, but the potassium, it's a little high. So we may have to do something to bring the potassium down, which normally if you get your other things right, it will bring the potassium down. But the pH is perfect for our garden this time. So, but we don't want to plant until we have the soil the way we need it. So the next time you see me, whenever I'm in my garden, we'll be planting stuff. So that's all I have for today, and I know I repeated myself several times today. If you have any questions, if I can answer them, I will. Just leave them down below in the comments. Thank you for watching, and remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.